Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Outcasted podcast. Or if you're watching on the other channel, Anti So. Um, Cue intro for Anti So because and the other thing doesn't have one. Anyway, today we're gonna have a podcast. I know, right? Exciting. So, Michai, tell them what our podcast is about.
Um, I don't know, man. Should we just vibe, I guess? Or you
Okay.
mean like this one? Or
Yes,
like
this one.
like what topics?
Yes.
Uh, hmm.
Michai doesn't know. This
We're gonna
podcast, we're gonna talk about popping pussy.
no. We're gonna talk about anti being a former alt right person.
We're gonna talk about more than just that.
Yeah, that's included.
Yeah, that's included.
Stick around for that.
Stick around for that, which is happening right now.
As we speak.
Okay, so this wasn't like when I first met you guys, like you, Stefan, and Joseph. So like high school, I was like ninth to 10th grade, and I think I stopped in 11th grade because I didn't have a political view in 11th grade. Really, like I became like me in 11th grade. So in ninth and 10th grade, I was on YouTube, and that I fell into like an alt right rabbit hole, and it was awful. Like I
How do you fall?
remember,
How do you fall into an alt right rabbit hole?
I don't know. I just started watching YouTube videos, and these guys were making sense. And I was like, now that I think about it in retrospect, like these guys are really assholes. It's like alt right people. Now that I see like only have like the only view like political things through their lens. Like my current view is like I'm more compassionate now. Like I care about other people's feelings now. But when I was like younger, I didn't care about anyone else's feelings. So I was alt right. Like I'm not trying to bash people's political belief, but that's me. When I was alt right. I didn't care about anybody's feelings at all, not even my own. So like I was like, you know what? These are terrible things that I believe. I was like, black people are in their situation. This situation, it's all their fault that they're like this. You know?
Yikes.
Yeah. So it was like I was also of the belief like if you don't want to get shot by the cops, man, don't resist. Some stupid shit like that.
God.
Like now I'm just more now I have like open arms now. I can actually see more than my tunnel. Like I can look left and right. I can see like Twitter. Like recently, like in the big BLM movement, like I used to hate Black Lives Matter when I was in like the thing because of all the violent shit that they did. But like with the Twitter now I was on Twitter during like the whole Black Lives Matter thing going on, and I get to read like so many people's opinions and what a bunch of people think. It really like give me a lot of insight. All these like people talking about how they feel, how what happened to them, their experiences, all these videos coming up of police just being assholes. You know what I mean?
Right. So, what other stuff did you believe? Or like used to believe?
Uh, who's awful? So it's just a YouTube channel I used to watch. I hate his YouTube channel now. I hate him. I hate
Who
him
is it?
now.
Is it Steven
No,
Crowder?
who?
Steven Crowder.
No, I don't know who that is. I used to watch
Oh,
No Bullshit, and I used to go with like everything that he said. Like, yeah, he's spitting facts. But now I'm older, and like, there's some guy whose video I watched on him. Who, like, he runs down No Bullshit. He runs this man down. I'm gonna look his name up. Uh, but he runs down this man. And he talks about how bad this dude is. No Bullshit changed his channel name to No BS. Okay, I found it. The guy who I watched, who really like opened like up, like I didn't watch No Bullshit for years before this, and like before I found his channel, and like I started to hate him before I found his channel because I was like, this guy kind of sucks. You know, he's kind of like inconsiderate, and like he keeps like twisting narratives and changing his arguments, and he's always like, "I am the greatest debater ever," and every time I lose a debate, it's because I wasn't ready or some bullshit like that.
What?
And like, uh, JXE is like the guy who he made like a couple videos on him. The guy's name is Brooks. We'll call him Brooks. He made a few videos on him, not a lot. Not like this is not his full channel. It's just like he made like 2 or 3 videos on him, and he basically runs down on why he sucks, and like he helped me like he helped me hone in on why exactly I don't like him. Because like before I was like I don't like him. I don't know why I don't like him. I just don't. But Jay really like brought out some of his points, and I was like, yeah, there you go. Thank you, bro. Know what I mean?
I'm gonna look at the bullshit's channel.
You're gonna look at No Bullshit's channel.
Yeah, I'm gonna see like what type of stuff he posts. I'm
Okay,
curious.
let me read some fun. He uses words like um he still uses words like snowflake and shit.
Come on.
Remember, did you see when Arthur had like the gay relationship thing where like Mr. Rapper was gay?
No.
Well, basically, there's this episode of Arthur where Mr. Rapper is like, "I'm getting married, students," and the students they're like, "Oh boy, this rapper's getting married," and they see him in the shop, right? And he's talking to some woman, and this woman is really like nagging and demanding, and they're like, "Oh no, he's about to marry this woman. We have to break up the weddings." You know, fuck.
What?
It's like kids TV show nonsense. You know how kid TV shows are. So like they meddle into like his business, and they're like, "We got to break up this wedding. We can't let Mr. Rapper marry this evil witch." You know what I mean? So
Oh, 3 years ago, Black Lives Matter is still bullshit. I see.
what do you see?
It's a video on the bullshit channel. It's called Black Lives Matter is still bullshit.
Okay, I'm gonna finish my Bradburn story, and we're gonna talk about that. So they try to break up his wedding. They send like love letters to all these people to like try to break up Mr. Ratburn and his quote unquote girlfriend. And then none of it works. And they get to his wedding, and then she's upstage, and she's like, "I'll do anything for my baby brother's wedding." And they're like, "What? This was your sister in your wedding plan?" And then Mr. Ratbird walks down the aisle with his husband, and they're like, and then like, they play the Arthur music, and they're like, "Oh, this was all a misunderstanding." And then the episode ends. You know, typical shit, typical Disney Channel PBS shit. You know, and he Brooks releases a video talking about how like the alt this is what the alt right SJW people want, and they're brainwashing these people, brainwashing kids into their gay agenda. Which, huh? Like, huh?
Like people who
No,
use the term like SJW, like you
I
know how they are just like from the way they talk.
I fucking hate the term SJW so much, just because of the history with it, the history I have with it. It's so fucking bad to label people SJWs. Is ew. It sounds awful. When someone says SJW, it's like when people call things cringe. Like it doesn't mean much anymore. It lost all of its meaning. No. And then there's okay. What did you find on his channel?
Oh, it was just a video about like how Black Lives Matter is like bullshit.
Oh, it's kind of wacky actually. I wonder what he says in it. Probably like shows videos of like riots and shit.
Yeah, that's basically all he's doing in this video.
And I was thinking like a lot of alt right people they think like if you violence is never the answer, but but they say some things that like will that will make people violent. purposely. Like you can't go like violence is not the answer while trying to get somebody to hit you. Like they actively try to get people to hit them too, like so they can seem like the victim, the bad guy. Like, oh no, he hit me, and all I was doing was expressing my opinion. You were calling him the N word with a hard R. Shut up.
You're actually being racist and you got folded for it. Shut your mouth.
You were saying racist things and you got folded. You're not a victim. Be quiet. And like that, here's I saw a tweet, and like I'm gonna quote it in a second because like these people think they can say whatever they want and nothing will happen to them. But the tweet I read was freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Like, yeah, you
Yeah,
can say whatever you want, but if someone fucking decks you,
you kind of deserve it if you said when like if what you said was bad.
or because you have free speech, doesn't mean you won't get punched in the face for saying some out of pocket shit, bro. Like
Yep.
I can walk up to you and I can call you the N word with a hard R. I can do it legally. Yes, I can do it. But for you to do that and not expect them to be hit you is kind of weird. You know, I mean, see, these guys always resort to violence because you are an asshole. People hit assholes. It's
Oh,
human nature. So what makes you angry? You hit them.
yo, he did the thing. Everybody does. Or
What
like,
thing?
oh, you're talking about black people getting killed by white people. But what about black on black crime? Like, oh my god, shut up! You don't know what you're talking about. It's not
Why
about black on black.
people keep bringing up black on black crime like that's like a huge hard hitting subject. Like that's not what we talking about right now, bro. We talking about something completely different. It's like how I was talking about like, bro, my apples are rotten, and you go like, what about the rotten pasta, bro? Huh? No, I'm not talking about the pastas. I'm talking about the apples. And it's linked because like, yeah, black on black crime is high because black people live with black people. That's how it works, right? Like I'm confident more. There's like the amount of white people that attack white people is higher than white people attacking black people because they live together. The community is how it goes.
That's just how it goes sometimes. But like, you're bringing up an irrelevant point, and for what reason?
It's like saying like more people are attacked by dogs than sharks a year. This is true because you're more likely to be attacked by a dog than the shark. You're on land more than you're in the ocean. You're more likely to get into a car crash than a plane crash. Probably because you get in a car every day. You get in a plane like once a year. I don't know. That has something to do with it. You know what I mean? Like the statistics raised up when the chances of it happening are more. You know, if you're in a room, right,
Mm-hmm.
and there's five of you, and all five of you are black, then it's no. If four of you are black and one of you are white, right,
Right?
then it's more likely for the black person to do something because there's more of them. Am I making sense?
Okay, I get it now.
Like, if there's more, if you do something more, then of course it happening more is more likely. Like, you're more likely to fall down the stairs than to fall off the Statue of Liberty. Because you're always on stairs, but you're never on the Statue of Liberty.
Like, okay, so people are talking about like, okay, but like black on black crime, like black people kill more black people than any other race. Because like, why are you focusing on that? The topic is police brutality. We're talking about mostly like most police officers are white and they're killing African Americans or blacks, right? And but they're like, okay, but black people kill black people too. Like, what does that mean? why are
It's
you
a
bringing that
hypocrite.
up? White people kill white people too, but you don't hear it being called like white on white crime.
Bro. Some guy set my house on fire. Like he came and he set my house on fire. It was arson. Yeah, but stoves also can set your house on fire. So what, nigga? Excuse me? You just say my arson doesn't matter because stoves burn my house down too? It's 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 oh yeah, it's some sort of like manipulative strategy that like they use to make like the people that they are going against look awful. Like, they use certain words or phrases to pick apart their argument and make them look as bad as they possibly can.
It's
Like I
almost
remember
like
seeing
oh, also it's I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's gaslighting, isn't it? It's manipulative as hell.
true though.
It's like what was I gonna say? Oh goddamn, I forgot. Give me a minute. Um, I was talking about it. Crimes, shit. Okay, my thought is completely lost. That was a good thought too. Damn, I wish I didn't have fucking Alzheimer's. Like I don't remember. What about you? I wonder if I emotionally changed in the past years. Besides becoming more self-deprecating.
Hold on.
I know another way that I changed was like, oh yeah, this is great because like the audience won't notice. Michai probably doesn't notice either. But I used to be a nice guy, not like polite guy, like the Reddit nice guy, like the bad nice guys. You know, the ones that are like, you're so beautiful. Can I have your number? No. Fuck you, whore. Hope you die in a fire. No, I was like I wasn't violent. Oh, there was a term for it. It was called love shy or some shit like that. But it's yeah, it's called Love Shy. I watched a documentary on it. It was very sad. I'll leave a link to it if this is the anti-bio video because I won't remember to leave the link to it in the Outcasted video. But if you're watching this on anti-bio, I'm gonna leave a link to the Love Shy documentary. I recommend you watch it. That shit made me feel sad. That shit hit way hard, bro. So basically, for you guys who won't watch the documentary because it's pretty long, I admit, it's about like these guys. The whole documentary is about like these group of internet friends that are meeting up for the first time, and there some of them are love shy, and some of them are incels, and you can tell the difference between them by how they talk and act. So like incels are like they're really violent and mean towards women. So and love shies are kind of like incels, except they don't lash out against women. They're just like they're lonely and they really want to be with somebody. They want a girlfriend or a boyfriend, but they don't know how. It's really hard for them. Meanwhile, for incels, it's really hard for them to get a girlfriend as well. But uh, they get really angry when they don't get what they want. So I'm gonna look it up on Urban Dictionary real quick. Let me open this website up. I'm gonna look up the first term I'm gonna look up is love shy. Here we go, love shy. The unfortunate characteristic of chronic shyness affecting about 1% of the heterosexual males. Doesn't say the unfortunate characteristic of chronic shyness affecting about 1% of heterosexual males. They have too much anxiety when it comes to women and are too intimidated to get to know them intimately. So they want a girlfriend, but it's really hard for them because they get really shy around girls. Meanwhile, incels, aka involuntary celibate, a person, usually male, there are female incels, believe it or not, I've seen them, they're awful, who has a horrible personality and treats women like sexual objects and thinks that his lack of sex comes from being ugly when it's just blatant sexism and terrible attitude. Incels have no little to no self-awareness when they see other ugly men with girlfriends. They consider these men to be tricksters to somehow beat the system and could get at women despite being cursed with unattractiveness. In other words, they're respectful to women who are attracted to their personalities, but incels can't comprehend such a phenomenon. They believe that women owe them sex, and many of them go to more extreme incels. In many wait, and many of the more extreme incels like to spend time in incel communities on the internet, coming up with ways to make women have sex with them, often involving genocide of people of color, genocide of Chads, men who have sex, taking rights away from women, raping them, having sex with a woman's dead body, and other horrid, disgusting things. They can't understand that it's precisely why women want nothing to do with them. That is the Urban Dictionary definition of incel. My definition is like just someone who can't get laid and they blame women and society for it, and they cope with it horribly. They cope on it with it by taking it out on the women who rejected them, and just the women in general, just everyone, and the people who have sex. They're just angry at them all. Now back to me. I guess I was less shy because I was never violent, but I did have like these really incel thoughts when I was younger. Like these, what's the incel thoughts? It was like more like nice guy thoughts. Like why can't I get a girl to like me? This is not fair. Society's built. I didn't think society was built up against me. I'm just like why? I guess I was more love shy. I guess was uh now I've grown up. You see, I still don't have a girlfriend, maybe, but I don't blame anybody for it. And honestly, it doesn't bother me as much as it did when I was younger. Like I can make funny jokes about it. Haha, no girlfriend. Haha, sniff sniff, sad. But when I was younger, that shit really used to hurt my feelings. So it never. So I. This is this is probably bad. It's not bad for me to say. I really sympathize with incels and nice guys. Like when I ever see them in like the wild, I feel really bad for them because I know how they feel, and like I want to talk to them, I want to help them out, but I can't do that. Like how am I supposed to help them out? I'm not an expert. I can't do anything. So like it's kind of it's kind of sad to me because like they're doing their best. They're not doing their best. They're trying, but like honestly, the constant rejection does begin to beat down on a person's will. I know that from experience. Like being rejected a lot is not a good feeling. Like me now is awful. Like, I always expect rejection whenever I'm interested in someone and lower my expectations. It's probably something I shouldn't do, but I do it anyway. Like, damn, this person's great. And then my friends are like, ooh, ooh. And I'm like, haha. It's Michai. A lot of times I'm interested in somebody, I tell Michai about it. He's muted right now, so that's why you can't hear him. And why I'm rambling for so long. But like, I tell him about it most of the time. Not all of the time. Only when it's like an actual crush, like a crush, I guess. Like I'm
Wait, what?
actually I was talking about my past self, or how I was kind of a nice guy.
Well, this entire time you just been talking to yourself?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I've been carrying this podcast. My back hurt, Anyways, I would
Right.
say, uh, I tell Michai whenever I have like when I'm interested in somebody, like when I'm actually interested in somebody. When it's like a stupid haha, this person's kind of cute, tee hee. More like when I'm like, damn, I wish I could date this person kind of thing. I always go to like, hey Michai, guess what? And then I do all this stupid fucking ranting to him. I guess I either rant
What?
to him or some strangers on in a random Discord server.
Strangers in a Discord server is the way to go.
Yeah, that's how most of my venting goes. Like like I open a Discord server and I'll just go to like venting and I start typing like, guys, I really like this girl, but she doesn't like me back, and I don't think she ever will. And the advice is always, you gotta move on, bro. You gotta find someone who will like you, bro. And like, yeah, their advice is right, but shit, F in the chat for me. So I lost my train of thought, honestly. Uh, Kai, did you watch the Love Shy documentary? Because I was talking about it a little bit.
The what?
The Love Shy documentary.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna sum it up really fast. The podcast viewers already heard you talk about it, but they take like these group of internet friends, and some of them are incels, some of them are nice guys. Not nice guys. Some of them are incels, and some of them are nice are love shies, and they're meeting up for the first time. They met in a forum, and they do like these interviews, and they're talking to them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I won't into more detail about it now because I went into like very little detail about it earlier. Uh, I was saying I'll leave a link to it in the description of anti-bio, not in the outcasted one because I'm fucking lazy. So in the anti-bio one, you can see it in the description. So they do have these group of friends, like, just by the way they interact with each other. You can tell like who's an incel and who's just like he just has trouble with women, you know. Like this is one guy. He's really sweet. He's a really nice guy. And he just talks about like he kind of like he used to have a girlfriend, but he struggles to like have to talk to women, and how he struggles to like turn any friendship he has into a relationship. It's kind of sad. Like you kind of want to help this guy out. But then they have like his friend who's an incel, who's just kind of like, yeah, women owe me sex. Yeah, I'm owed sex right now. And like the person doing all the interview shit, plot twist, spoiler alert, she's a girl. So like they're doing this interview thing with this girl, and like at one point, like the incel guy is like, women have it easier. You guys have it easier. You want a guy? You just go out, just fuck somebody. Me, I have to work hard for it. You know what I mean?
All right. I mean, I get it, but I still didn't watch the documents.
I'll send you the documentary later. You can watch it then. That is not
Sure thing.
important now. So like, it really was like it started in middle school, I guess, because I had a crush on a girl. She dated somebody else, and I was like, grr, you know. It's stupid. It was dumb now thinking like about it. But then like it kind of got like to like this dice guy thing where I'm like, why don't women like me? Grr, I'm so angry. Like I told him this now. I told him this, but you didn't hear it probably. But now I'm cool with it. Like it doesn't really bother me as much as it did years ago.
What were you saying? Like when I came back, like, what were you saying about like crushes and stuff?
Oh, I'll tell you whenever I have a crush on like a crush on somebody, like an actual crush, not just like cute. I mean,
Infatuation.
I tell you I tell you when I think people are cute though. Like he see her, she
Oh,
kind of cute.
teehee.
Tee cat. Put a picture of tee cat up. Tee cat.
Who's editing this?
I'm editing the anti-bio one. You edit the outcasted one.
Wait, which one is this one?
This was the outcast.
Okay.
The full thing is the outcasted one, and then I edited down for anti-bio.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Indeed. Indeed is a great word to talk about. Anyway, Michai, how have you changed in over the years?
Over the years, let's see. Hmm.
You've been ranting
Well,
for like 10 minutes straight. It's your turn.
yeah, okay. So how I've changed over the years, you can chime in if you want to. Like if you notice how I've changed, you can add in. But mainly I've changed in like how I talk. I suppose. So basically, I used to be shy. No, I'm not. No. Uh,
Oh,
I used,
different. Maybe in ninth grade,
yeah.
I used to fucking scream for no reason.
Yeah, that was a weird time. I don't know what the logic was behind it. I just thought it was funny and I did
Me and Stefan had to discipline you.
it.
We ended up ripping your bag because we had to discipline you. So it's like whenever you were getting out at hand, we would pull your bag, and by the end of the school year, there's this it was hanging by one string. And then
Literally like one string, actually.
tell them how the bag broke.
Oh yeah, it was like at the end of the what year was it? Was it like
It was
10th,
ninth grade.
9th or 10th? Yeah, it was like at the end of that school year, it was hanging by like one string. And on the last day of school, I went home and like I was about to take my bag off, but it ripped. Like the bag finally snapped.
That's symbolism if I ever heard it.
Like the second I stepped into the door and like locked it, it snapped and everything fell out. It burst open, books fell out. And I was like, oh, okay. And then like from that moment on, I've changed.
That was symbolism. That was you coming out of your cocoon as a butterfly.
It's
You
actual
turned into a
symbolism.
man. It's actual real life symbolism.
How else have I changed? I don't know really. It's just,
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we gonna computer now?
No.
I said until 9. Give me extra 23 minutes.
I didn't. What are you talking about?
I said, can I get on at 9 at like 8?
I did not hear that. Ooh, Stefan is here.
Can I get on at 10?
But I wonder if he can join the podcast.
11?
I don't know how Craig
Okay.
works. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna like his blip is gonna pop in. What podcast? We're recording right now.
We're gonna have to edit all this noise out.
Yeah, sure. You're gonna have to clip this part out. This won't be a part for me. I'm anti-bio.
Will I be able to get on again today?
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
I'm gonna need to use the computer for most of tomorrow.
Okay.
Cause you
Okay. Can you stop with the noise? I'm recording right now. You can get on Wednesday.
Am I supposed to say some shit that I can't get canceled? I can get canceled for.
What? You need it tomorrow?
No. Yo, stop with the noise.
I'm gonna edit this out.
Alright, you're getting on Wednesday. You're getting on Wednesday.
What?
Clown.
Okay, back to the podcast.
There we go.
Well, was that the clap where you zoom in?
Mm-hmm.
You never used that. You know you never used that fucking clap.
I was just like cut out that whole part.
You know you never used that fucking clap.
It's more like a mindset thing.
It's like a mindset. Bro, we have that in for you to edit. You never fucking cut anything out of it.
Yeah, because like, I don't know what to cut out.
Everything up to the clap.
Everything
we
up to the class.
even have Stefan come. Hell, guys, welcome back to the podcast. Sorry, we had to take a little break. No, we kept all of that in. All of us yelling with the silence, screaming, fucking agony,
Pain.
pain. All I know is pain. And us changing, us evolving. I wish I knew more ways that I changed.
Me too. I can't
Yeah.
say how I've changed because I don't look at myself from that angle, so I can't be like I
I
can't
used
like
to be
notice
happier.
everything I changed from, like I don't know.
I
It's
used
just
I don't know how I changed. When I was a kid, I used to be happy.
and now I'm not.
It started when I pissed my pants in first grade and everyone bullied me nonstop.
That actually happened, right?
Yeah, they just bullied me and they didn't stop. Then I switched schools and they started bullying me at that school for different reasons.
Wow. Did you kill them?
I wish. No, I don't wish. Take that off the record.
No, don't cut it out. Don't cut it out.
No, 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 no. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. It was a joke. I'm protected under satire. I'm kidding. Y'all in 2041, I'm kidding. It was a joke. Everything in this podcast is a joke. Most of these things in podcasts, some of these things that, some of these things are jokes.
Most of these things are jokes.
Not most, only some. Like modern. Like I remember I was young and everyone used to always mess with me, and my mom would have to come to the school all the time because like I would come home and I would be crying because they were bullying me all day. Everyone, I had no friends. Everyone was bullying me. My mom had to go down to the school, and then she had to like fucking yell at the principals and the teachers, and none of them did shit ever. It was awful. And then, you wanna know the best part?
Sure. She like
Like,
threatened the school or like
that's later. That comes later. So at
oh
one point, at some point later on, I got I developed anger issues. So like for a while, I had really bad anger issues. The bullying went down because I started hitting niggas. Like
oh
I started beating niggas now. That they would bully me. So now I'm angry now. He turned me to the Hulk. I said you won't like me when I'm angry, and he kept poking me. So I turned into an angry nigga, and I started punching people and shit. I started throwing desks and chairs in class. And they put me in anger management like it was my fault. No, y'all should have done something. Fucking
I
useless
mean
ass schools letting the bullying going on. Like I came, I asked y'all for help how many times? Many. I had to bring fucking rocks in a sock to school one day.
you did? What?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
pulled
ready
that
to
shit
kill
out.
somebody?
Yeah, I pulled that shit out. That dude ran behind a desk and I was chasing him. I'm gonna hit you with this bitch. I'm about to commit, a crime. I remember that dude. I punched that same dude in the dick later on a different occasion.
Oh
Yeah, he called me gay for it, but I didn't care. I had a lot of I was fighting like almost every day because everyone wanted to bully me for some reason. They were just all assholes. And this went up until like fifth grade. I think it's when it stopped. So like
mhm.
in fifth grade, I stopped being angry all the time. That's when I became like quiet and lonely. That's when the depression started to hit the most.
I mean if they were bullying you and you like beat them up for it, I think they deserved it. You shouldn't feel bad about that.
I feel good about it. I feel like I didn't discriminate either. I beat up men and women.
You dropped everybody.
Exactly. There's like, I remember one occasion. I think this is why they sent me to like the anger management thing. Is that there was this girl and she was messing with me, and so she like later in the day she went into like the closet to get her coat or a bag or something, and I went into the closet after her and I started fucking beating her up in the closet. I went full Chris Brown on her. They pulled me out the closet and they were like, "Bro," I said, "What?"
Yo.
I said, "What?" She had it coming. Fuck her.
What does she do?
I don't know. I know I beat her up in the closet. I remember beating her up in the closet. That's all I remember. I don't regret it. She had it coming. She talked too much.
She just walked to the closet and got her bag, and you face behind her like a stand.
Hey, I'm about to slide you real quick.
You
I
appeared
was
like a
quiet.
stand.
I was quiet too. I never said anything before the fight, during the fight, or after the fight. That shit just happened. This is all. You know how they say it's the quiet because you have to watch out for.
You
I
are
was
that.
I was the quiet nigga you had to watch out for.
You just appear like you just got summoned.
You know how in
You were
that one
stuck last
Roblox
minute.
game, the streets. It's always like the people who never say anything in the chat that are the most dangerous. That's how it be. There's no words. No words were necessary. I was just straight sliding. Yeah, I never provoked a fight either. Everyone always started with me.
It's like that one Naruto screenshot of like the the guys like standing in the rain. He was like, "Am I sweating?" He was like, "No, it's just rain. These fools could never make me sweat."
It's
You
a
just,
great quote.
you just like deliver the smoke. Like the second they look at you,
I deliver the smoke packaged up Amazon Prime
delivery for these hands come free.
24-hour delivery overnight.
My hands yearn for true gender equality.
Y'all think y'all safe? Nah, that shit was wild.
You really beat some girl up in the closet. Oh my god.
I had no friends in that school. I had friends on my block. They were cool. But they didn't go to. They weren't in my class. So I was on myself. No way. I had one friend. His name was Lucas. He was cool. Hi, Lucas. You'll never see this fucking video. But hi. I don't remember what his last name was at all. I remember he helped me beat Carrot Island on Pop Tropica.
Carrot Island is hard.
It's so easy now, but back then it was super hard. I don't know why. Also, like, oh yeah, the reason me and Lucas were friends was because like I was doing bad in math, so the teacher was like, "Hey, Lucas, you fucking smart at math, and you Dan Dante, you good at English. Teach each other." And that's, bitch, that's your fucking job. But okay, that's what we did. He helped me. He helped me with math. I don't even know what fucking grade this was, but he helped me with math. I guess. He was chill.
Hmm.
His name was fucking Lucas.
Lucas.
And there's one time. Remember that school? The school that your brother goes to. Don't say the name of it. So when I was going to that school, uh, I was like in the playground. You know the playground that's just like right fucking there, right?
Yeah, the one like right next to the building.
Yeah. So like I was in the playground, right? And, like when I was going there, I think there was a hole in the gate where you could just go straight into the playground. Is it still there? Did they fix it?
I think they fixed it. I don't see it there anymore. Or, not anymore, but like I don't see it.
Okay. When I was young, when I was in school, there was a hole and you would just go through there and would be in the park. And one time I was chilling on the swings. I was doing nothing. I was on the swings, and then some asshole. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. He was a bully too. He came up with me with like a full fucking tree branch and he hit me in the head with it.
Why?
I know it was terrible. I don't know. I wish I slid him more. That's my only regret in life. I wish I beat his ass more.
How many times did you fight him?
I don't know. Probably once.
Oh,
I wish I fought him more. I fought everyone in that fucking school. They won't leave me alone. And this continued. Okay, so I fought and then I stopped in fifth grade, right? Because I became quiet and shy and reserved, and I was about to myself. It was awful because in fifth grade I was lonely as hell. So like in one school, the first school I went to, like I thought I had friends, but then they stopped talking to me for some
oh,
reason. I don't know why. And then there's two people named Dante there. There's me and the other guy. And the people they said we sounded alike. He said we had the similar voices. So other Dante, if you're listening, I'm better than you.
I'm better
So
than
me, another Dante. I guess we were obligated to be friends because we have the same name. But like I have these other guys. One of their names is Calvin, and there's another one who I don't remember. And I thought they were my friends, but they stopped. They stopped talking to me for some reason, and I became lonely. And I transferred schools, and like I moved to Kensington again. I went to some Kensington school, and I hated it there. I hated like my math teacher so much. He was my homeroom teacher, my math teacher, my science teacher, and my history teacher. I guess the school couldn't afford more than one teacher, more than two teachers. I had only two teachers that we would switch classes at the end of the day.
you. Bruh.
And like I did so well in all of his classes except for math. And like
How's that?
he was really aware because I'm bad at math. I've always
Yeah.
been,
Always has been.
always have been. So like he would always get on my case about being bad at math and on my case about how I didn't do my homework. I never did my homework in fifth grade ever. Like now, he was probably just trying to push me to be better, but he's such a. I hated him so fucking much. He's like over with it. Like, bro, come sit me down, talk to me. Don't get down and yell at me, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? I'm 10 years old, and like I was doing so good, and we would switch classes too. Like we were switch to this like next door, this lady, and she would teach us English, and that's it. And then we would switch back, and like I just like amazing in her class. And I remember one time, this is weird. Like I got my test back. I got like 100 on it. It was an English test. And like this one kid said, my mother told me that black people are smart.
What?
I know, I remember that. I took that as a compliment. I was like, yeah, I'm smart. But now I think back to it, I was like, huh? What the fuck going on in your household? It's so weird. I was really like desperate for attention back then too, but I didn't know how to get attention. So I'd pull a Naruto shit and I would act up for attention in school.
Act
Like
up.
I would act up. I know in English class I would like lean back in my chair and I would purposely fall down just so that everyone would turn to me and laugh. Like ha ha ha, he fell, ha ha. I don't know why. I was so addicted to the attention. If we move on to sixth grade, I started fighting again.
Oh.
It wasn't out of anger or anything. It was just because I was a middle schooler now, and you know how all middle schoolers are just assholes. And like, bro, I got into so many fights in sixth grade that they had to switch my homeroom.
What?
Yeah, I remember a principal too. Like my mom would come down to the school, and she was like, "My son has gotten into how many fights so far?" And it's only been 3 months. He's been in like 5 fights. I suggest you switch his classes. No wait, she just suggested like they did it because like I know they did it because they kept getting into fights. They had a conversation about it, and like they switched me in sixth grade to like my homeroom, and like I like the other homeroom better. It's probably because I was like with them in sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, and I became like really good friends with all of them. I liked them. They were cool, and that's where I met like my crush. And I had like
Your
my bet
crush.
my yeah, I had a crush on a girl from sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. I remember
Did
the
you beat
first
her up too?
no. After I switched classes, I only got into like one
Two fights.
fight, one or
Oh,
two fights after that. I
guess
know
that's
one was the one fight I told you about. It was in seventh grade. It was in like sixth or seventh grade.
yes,
But the
the
guy
legendary battle.
he pushed me into the thermostat, and I started bleeding out my head, and I kept going.
Your stand just activated Luck of the Irish, and you just like started beating him up. It
Yeah.
negated all pain.
Okay, so like what I did was like apparently I gave him a black eye or something. I don't know. I didn't see him, but I was bleeding a bit. And like people were like debating whether I won or lost the fight. And like I kept saying like I won, guys. I won the fight, bro. Because I did. I did win the fight. They said I lost because I was bleeding. But like he didn't come to school for like how he didn't come back to school for like 5 weeks after that.
Bro,
He
you
stayed
won
up.
that fight.
I won that fight. That nigga didn't come back to school. I came back. Like, I didn't come back the day after. The day after, my mom made me stay home because like she was like, something's probably wrong with your head. I want you to stay home just in case. So like I didn't come back the next day, but like the day after that, I was at the school. I was like, "What's up? What's up, niggas?" And then like that's when like the debate started to fight. That's like you, bro. I won the fight, and they're like, "You did the fight. You were bleeding, bro. Where he at though? Where he at though? I don't see him. I won the fight. This nigga gone." And they ended up switching him to like special classroom.
Like the special ed?
Yeah,
Bro, you gave him brain damage.
I keep it breathing. I don't. I don't think he was special needs either. I think he was just like he was super fucking lazy and he never did any work
Why'd you get in a fight with him anyway?
because like we were supposed to be friends, but the only thing he would do was insult me. So I was like, bro, you ain't my friend. Like I remember we were in the hallway too. Like so he pushed me, right?
Mhm.
And this is it. I was like, all right, oh this nigga touched me. It's over. So like he walked back into the classroom. When I walked in behind him, I was like, he turned around and he grabbed me. I was like, all right. I was just gonna push you back, bro, but now that you grabbed me, it's a full
Battle mode initiated.
it's over, bro. Here we go. You know, people say they see red, right? I didn't see red. Everything was clear. I, I was conscious through the whole thing. I was like, all right, I'm about to fuck him up then.
Battle mode initiated.
I was like, all right, this is it. This is my first fight in a while. Like, I didn't want to fight people. Like,
It's
I
like,
really didn't want to fight people. I don't know why, but I really hated fighting people at this time. I was like, all right, then, here we go.
it's like, all right, time to loosen up the old gears.
So, we went out. He didn't hit me though. He just ended up pushing me a lot.
That's it.
Yeah, he pushed me a lot. I kicked him. I remember I kicked him in his knee. Like that was the last attack. I kicked him in his knee, and like he ran off a little bit. Like he backed off a little bit. Like I was walking toward them, I'm about to duff him up again. Like I'm ready, but then I felt like the blood on my eyelash because like there's something on my eyelash, and I look up and I'm like, huh? I look down and there's blood. And I looked at my science teacher. I still remember my science teacher's face. Like he was stunned. And I was like, I looked at him and I asked him, "Am I bleeding?" Simple question. And he nods yes. He doesn't speak. He nods yes. So like, I do the animation where I touch my forehead. I look at my hand. That shit's blood. And I'm like, damn. That's when I stopped fighting him and I noticed I was bleeding. It's like, well, am I supposed to keep going? That's when my fight instincts turned off. Like bro, like he's on the other side of the classroom. I'm over here bleeding. I feel like I proved the point. So like I walk out in the hallway. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go to the nurse because I'm busted. And like some senior took me down to the nurse office.
Mm.
And like I was screaming the whole time. I was mad as shit. I was crying because I was so angry. I was like, I'm gonna fuck him up. For real. No,
I mean, I'm glad that you're not like bullied anymore, like angry person anymore. I mean, it's not that you were angry. It's just like you were on like a hair trigger. That's
I
what
was
it
on
sounds like.
self-defense. That shit is self-defense.
It's just like somebody slightly bumps into you while trying to get to the closet, and you like drop them in there.
No, because they kept. It was built up. It was built up rage because they kept fucking with me.
Oh,
Stop.
it's like what is it like? It's like you ever watch Seven Deadly Sins?
No.
Oh well, the main character has a power, and it's called like
Biliosis.
yeah, he has like it's called like full counter.
Full counter. I know what you're talking about.
Or like he builds up like power, and then he strikes it all back. That's what it was like for you.
All right, man. I'm done with y'all. I'm just gonna beat the shit out of you now. Let's go with you.
It would have been scary if you just like if you took like a mental note of like every time somebody crossed you or like did you wrong and you like methodically beat them up. Like
Jotaro mindset.
he's like, all right, let me just write down everything you done to me right now so I can hit you for how many times I get upset.
Look at hit. That's what Jotaro did. Like, I was more like in the moment. If you did something, like I gave I gave everyone the warnings. I started throwing chairs and desks and shit. If you started messing with me afterwards, that was your own fault. You know what you're fucking with now at this point. Like you're aware. You saw what I did. You're like poking a bear, bro. There's something else I wanted to say. I don't think I got to any more fights after seventh grade though. Except the time that we got jumped and you walked away, but that doesn't count because I didn't. I never swung.
Now, okay, like listening to this, like I kind of want to see you fight, but then again, I don't because this might be like scary.
I don't plan on fighting. I'm too old for that shit.
Too old. my
If you
my
if you're an
boxing
adult
bro.
and you fighting, I'm sorry, you're a loser, bro.
True, true.
Unless it's your
Isn't like
job.
this?
If you're like a boxer or a wrestler, that's the only exception. If it's your job or your if you're
Isn't
doing
like
that shit for a sport, then you good. But like if you go on Facebook, like meet me in the streets, you start boxing, bro. That shit's
you're a
fucking
clown.
tragic.
You're a clown the
You a
entire time.
full. You're a grown ass adult. Go get a job. Pay your taxes. You got your street fighting.
There's no reason to fight though, like on job.
Like honestly, unless you like unless someone's like trying to fight you, then you have to fight them back.
Especially if you're in college. Oh no!
Oh, remember? I'm gonna say, hi, Miss Matthews, if you're watching. Shout out, Miss Matthews. Miss Matthews told us like a really good story about like when she was in college and she like almost got into a fight with her roommate.
How?
I don't remember what the roommate did, but like everyone in the classroom was like, Miss Matthews, if you dropped her, we would understand. Like that's our mentality. Like if you went and dropped her, everyone would be cool with it. But she was like, no, I'm in college, and if I drop this nigga, I'm gonna get kicked out. I'm like, I'm not gonna drop him. I'm gonna keep my composure. And like, she's a goat for that, honestly. Like like little people could hold their composure like that. Like I would have, no, I wouldn't have dropped him. I have composure now. I'm gonna tell a funny story from middle school. Okay, so once in middle schoolers are bad. So like in middle school, someone lit a fucking firework in the lunchroom and they threw it at the girls' table. And that
What?
shit went off. Someone lit a firework in the lunchroom and it
Okay.
went off and it exploded. I remember that too because I was sitting like I was really close to it. Like the firework, they threw it from one table to the other, and I was sitting like next to the firework, but I saw like the firework was angled to go like away from me, so I didn't move. So I was like, this shit ain't gonna affect me. And so it zipped forward to the girls' table, and that shit went pop, 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 pop. And the girls ran off, and boys were laughing, and all the staff were fucking pissed. I think someone got expelled for that shit too.
How did they? Why, bro?
Because they middle schoolers. It's not as bad as the time that young bull beat his dick in the class.
What? Wait. Hold up.
Yeah, he did it. It was in math class. And like he just started beating his dick in class. And everyone was like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop. And like the teacher was like, I don't have the training to deal with this. So he ignored it.
I don't have the training nor the mindset to deal with this. I
And
don't I don't have the mental capacity.
that was I know that teacher, it was just this Slursberg or something like that.
Like like a teacher gets caught up in the middle of the fight and they ended up getting like hit or something.
I saw a video like that. But like Oh yeah, there's like a fight going on. I saw a video. Like there was a fight going on, and the teacher tried to break it up, and like the guy hit the teacher. And, like some dude who wasn't even in the fight came up, and he just knocked the nigga out. He was like, "Don't hit a teacher. That ain't cool." He started hitting him while he was on the ground. He's like, "Bro, you can't hit teachers, bro. What is wrong with you?" That shit was goat. That shit was goat status, honestly. But I got hit in the face a couple times, but it wasn't my fault. I mean, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't their fault either. It was like one time my friends Darian and John, they they were fighting each other, and like I wasn't expecting them to swing so fast. So like I was close to them. I was like, oh, oh, I'm right here. I'm close to the action. And like Darian drops his bag, and I was like, right behind Darian. I don't know why I was so close to him. I shouldn't have been that close to him, to be fair. But like Darian reaches back, like you know how you cock your fist back to punch someone.
Yeah.
He does that, and I'm behind him, so he elbows me by accident, and he punches John in the face.
F
And I
combo.
know that. Like, I wasn't mad though. I was like, because I knew that shit was my fault. That was my fault. I was too close to the action. Like I knew he was about to fight, but I wasn't expecting him to be on site like as fast as he was. Like the people about to fight, like he did the thing where he dropped their bag. Like when you drop your bag though, you usually stand there for a second. Like you go chest to chest for a second. Like there's like a space, like a what's the word? Like the courtesy space
Oh,
between you dropping your bag and between you punching each other. That's like basic rules. Like everyone knows that shit, right? He didn't take that space. He dropped his bag. As soon as that bag hit the ground, he was ready. He punched that dude. I was right there. Hit me in the face. I backed up. I was like, oh shit. Hit me right in the eye too. I took a couple steps back. I was like, damn, damn, he angry. I was good though. I was chilling. We were chilling.
we chilling, big chilling.
We were chilling though. It
What's
wasn't
up
a
with
big
people
deal.
when they get into a fight? They're like, "Yo, swing first, swing first." Like, why would you want the other person to swing first?
Uh, I think it's because like nobody really, really wants to fight deep down.
Mm-hmm. They
So
just like
like,
want a reason to provoke, to get like provoked, and then
no, it's like they want you like you like swing first, swing first. Like they want you to back down. They want you to not swing first. I guess they want you to back up. So, like, and they could be like, oh, all right, that's what I thought, pussy, or something like that.
it's like, but deep down you're like, "Phew, another day skate."
Like that's my mentality. Like you don't want to fight them for real. For real. You just want to like win. You just want them to fuck off or something. So you're telling them to swing first because if they swing first, you don't want to swing first because you're the bad guy if you swing first. I guess
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
there's a lot of fights in that. Like I stopped fighting when I met my crush. She straightened me out. I used to walk her home every day.
A word.
I saw a tweet that said like, damn. I saw a tweet that said middle school niggas would walk you home just to talk to you, and I was like, bro, why are you targeting me like that?
I never did anything like that ever.
I did that. I walked with her like all the time. I talked to her so much. It was so obvious that I liked her too. Like everyone knew it. Everyone in the classroom knew it. I'm not kidding. Everyone fucking knew it somehow. I thought I was the slickest person. Oh no, no, no! Everyone knew it, and like it was so weird. Another story I wanted to share was related to this. Oh yeah, I should have been in more fights in middle school because I had a reputation for tackling people.
What?
Like I only remember a couple of times where I tackled people. Remember one time in English class, Darian took my seat, so I tackled him out my seat like I football tackled this thing out my seat. I sat in my seat really quick. I'm like, you do that, like you don't fight back. You don't fight back when you get fucking tackled. I don't know why. No, none of them ever fought back. He just like, damn, bro, you really did that. I don't know why. I should have expected them to start swinging on me, but none of them ever did. I guess it was like boys being boys, wild like fun. I guess. Remember one time I did it to get my seat back. One time I did it on John because I wanted the basketball, but he was sitting on it, so I tackled him. I took the basketball from him. And the third time I remember, I did it on Zach in the science class. And that shit was. I remember that one too. Everyone talked about that one for a while because like I jumped over two desks. I jumped over the first desk, and then I jumped over another desk. And when I jumped over the other desk, I like tackled him to the floor. And I
Anime.
remember, yeah, anime. And I remember in midair, like mid tackle, I had to like change my footing because my crush was sitting next to him, and I didn't want to kick her in the face, which I almost did. So like I had like in midair, I had to like change my footing, my trajectory, so that I wouldn't kick her. But like yeah, I did it. I was slick. I picked up my textbook and I went back to my seat. And he laid on the ground, and like the science teacher turned around and he didn't see any of it. The teacher didn't fucking say anything. He just turned around and he looked at the classroom. He was like, "Something just happened. Why is Zach on the floor?" Zach just laid there for a moment. He was like, "Bro," he was like, he was trying to digest what just happened because that shit went by really fast. And he got up. He sat at his desk. He took the L. I would have taken the L too. What are you supposed to do?
I mean, if you get tackled, what you gonna do? Like,
Are you gonna get up and fight them, or just stay down?
nah, bro, just take the L. Everybody already saw it. He already got dropped once. Just keep the record.
In middle school, I was too savage in school. I sound so fucking cringe when I say that. But like, remember once there's like a guy in our class. He was obviously gay. He said he wasn't, but he was obviously gay. And someone threw a textbook at him in English class. And the English teacher was like, "Okay, nobody's leaving my classroom until you tell me who threw the book. No one's leaving." And it's as simple as that. English teacher shit. So everyone's sitting there because no one would admit it. So like I we sat there for like a couple minutes. I look at the clock and I'm like, bro, Rothmer class is starting. I'm not gonna sit here. So I stood up and I walked out the door. She watched me get up and she watched me walk out the door. Everyone in the classroom is like, yo, get him. What the fuck? Dante, get Dante. Yo, he's fucking leaving. Someone's look at him. Like the teacher didn't say shit at all. She just watched me get up and leave. Everyone was like, "Bro, why are you letting him leave like this?" I just walked out.
Did you get any repercussions for that?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
remember I walked into the out in the hallway, and the seventh grade class was waiting out there, and like, or was it sixth? It was either sixth or seventh grade class was waiting out there, and they were like, "What's taking so long for them to leave?" And we're trying to get into the classroom, and I'm like, "Oh, someone threw a book, and no one's allowed to leave." And then the girl's like, "Oh, how did you get out?" And I was like, "I just left."
I
She's
just
like,
left.
I just left. She's like, "You just got up and walked out." I was like, "Yeah." And I went to class. After the class, I was there alone. And he was like, "Where's the rest of the class?" It's like,
I think I
Kumo's
left
class.
back.
They had Kumo's class. They got in trouble. How'd you get out? I left.
What? I left. I don't want to be there anymore.
I chose to get up and walk out.
Not even like a young man. Young man, where are you going?
No, nothing. She just watched me. That shit was great. Everyone came into the next classroom and they were like, "Bro, what the fuck? Dude, what the fuck was that, bro? Huh?" It was great. I remember one time they pulled a prank on Rothmiller too. Like, it was in homeroom. Everyone was like, "Oh, we're gonna get Rothmiller angry," and like something he would do all the time before the prank was like he would kick people out of his classroom, right? And when he kicked them out the classroom, he would turn to the classroom like, "Anyone else want to go with them?" So that's what he did. So like they were like they were making fun of him in homeroom for doing that, and then our homeroom teacher was like, "You know, what would be funny? What if everyone got up and left out when he did that?" So like when the class started, John, I completely forgot about the prank too. So John, he aggravated Ross Miller, which was really dangerous because he's like, really scary. He aggravated him, and Ross Miller kicked him out. He was, get out, go ahead, get the fuck out. And he like closed. Anyone want to join him? And like half of the classroom stood up. Not even half, like 90% of the classroom stood up, and they walked out the door. And he was like, yeah, all right then. He was so angry. That shit was great.
It backfired on him.
And then like Miss Woods came in and she was like laughing. She's like, ah, we got you. We planned this from the start. He was a good sport, so he laughed it off too. He was like, all right, you guys got me. All right, that was funny. He was a cool guy. It was chill. That was a wild experience. That's something you won't experience many times. Our middle school was tight as hell. We used to have like this thing, like entrepreneurship class, but I never went to it. I would just go. I would stay in the science classroom with the undergrade, and like with grade underneath me. And there was this one girl who knew my name, and I didn't know how she knew my name. And like I would always ask, like she would go, "Hi Dante," and I'm like, "Hi, how do you know my name?" And she goes, "I don't know." And it was odd. I wonder how she's doing. I do not know what her
She's a
name
stalker, bro. She's infatuated.
is. She's infatuated. I hope so. She was kind of cute though.
Only kind of.
NGL. NGL. I had a crush on somebody else, so it didn't matter.
Oh,
And okay, I think we reported for a while.
I mean,
Uh,
are you adding in the time that like I disappeared for like 10 minutes?
I talk about. I rant for that entire time. So yes.
Oh, I was absent that entire time.
You know, this podcast could be a bit longer, I guess. It do not matter. You editing it.
Bet.
So um,
All right, well let's finish it.
let's finish it. You do an outro.
All right.
Make sure you tell them to like and subscribe to both channels.
All
Is
right,
that like
all right. All
tell,
right.
tell
Thank
them
you
how we
guys.
try to take over the internet.
Thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. Remember to, body that like button. Share it to all your friends and family. Send it to your English teacher, please. Um, we're trying to get famous, so just do this, and we'll love you forever.
We're not
Now,
trying to get famous. We're trying to take over the internet.
yeah, I
It's
messed it
different.
up. Oh my god.
Keep
Okay,
going.
we're trying to take over the internet entirely. It's gonna be
All it's
ours,
gonna
mine,
belong to us.
us.
We're gonna have all your data, and don't worry, we won't sell it to Comcast.
We'll sell it to Xfinity.
Fuck Xfinity. All my homies hate Xfinity.
Verizon.
Fuck Verizon. Anyway,
All right.
thank you for watching. If you watched all the way through, thank you. If you didn't, fuck you. You won't. You're not even seeing this part. Fuck you. You didn't finish the video. You thought you were gonna see this part. That's what I think about you.
That's what I think about you.
You won't even know. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share it with everybody that you know. Uh, this is our outro. By wait, this is not our outro yet. I have still have to type. I have to make Craig leave. Second reminder to smash that like button. Second reminder, we're trying to take over the internet. Second reminder, to share it with everyone you know.
Including your English teacher, please.
Yes, including your English teacher. All of them. Every single English teacher you've ever had. Send it to your friend's English teacher too,
If your friends have any.
if you have friends. And with that, uh, good